Welcome back to Eric Unfiltered. I am your host, Eric Dickinson, and before I get started, if you would so kindly hop over to X real quick, give me a follow there. You can find me at Eric Not Sorry, and then jump over to Facebook and follow me there. I am at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. New York Deputy Commissioner arrested. Did you guys hear about this? I saw this story pop up on my X feed today, so I wanted to jump into it because I haven't done something about New York recently, and I know I see some of you downloading from New York, so hey, how you doing? What's up? All right, so like I said, New York Deputy Commissioner arrested. Jennifer Lackard, 49, was arrested on August 4th, 2026, along with her 20-year-old son, Chase Lackard, in connection with a June 29th, 2026 shooting near the Bronx Hall of Justice. Awesome sauce. She served as a high-ranking civilian official, deputy commissioner focused on wellness, community affairs, special initiatives with the Mount Vernon Police Department in Westchester County, New York. Awesome. However, she was not a sworn patrol officer. There is a distinction. So she was not officially a police officer. She was a deputy commissioner. Let's see. Her prior work included Community Board Service, Bronx Community Board 9, reentry programs for formerly incarcerated people, and advocacy. Her salary was reported around $138,000. Westchester County, how's your taxes? I don't know anything about your taxes. I'm just curious. How are they? This lady was making $138,000. Awesome. The Mount Vernon Police Department terminated her employment immediately after the arrest, stating the allegations were unrelated to her official duties. Well, yeah, I would hope so. So the alleged incident, prosecutors allege that on June 29, 2026, Chase Lackard, described by authorities as a member of the Slutty Gang, fired a semi-automatic weapon from a vehicle at a group of people associated with a rival gang behind the Bronx Criminal Courthouse near East 161st, 162nd Street and Grand Grant Avenue. I hate New York streets. I'm sorry. No one was hit or injured. The incident is linked to ongoing gang tensions. According to the indictment and police prosecutors, Jennifer Lackard, Chase, and Chase's father, James Lackard, an ex-convict previously imprisoned on federal drug trafficking heroin charges, released around 2020, traveled together in a tan Chrysler Pacifica. Text messages allegedly show coordination. Chase texted his mother about positioning the vehicle. She replied along the lines of, "When? You can't just be standing out front. The timing has to be just right." James was reportedly driving when the shots were fired. The group then fled, switched drivers. This is when Jennifer allegedly took the wheel, and Chase changed clothes to avoid detection. Then they later switched vehicles. Jennifer and Chase faced charges including attempted murder, conspiracy, attempted assault, criminal possession of a firearm, and reckless endangerment. James is also named in the indictment on similar charges, but was reported out of state, North Carolina, and not immediately in custody. Chase's girlfriend was also arrested separately on separate weapons charges after a firearm was found during a search of the home. She is not alleged to have participated or have knowledge of the shooting. Jennifer Lackard was arraigned, pled not guilty, and was held on $75,000 bail. Next court date reported for September. Her attorney noted her long history of community health and healing. Shut up. Shut up. That does not excuse the alleged actions. Shut up. Lawyers. Chase's arraignment followed shortly after. Arrests occurred during an early morning warrant execution at their Soundview Bronx home on Boynton Avenue. Now, a quick background on Chase Lackard. I'm starting to sit here, okay. Authorities link him to prior incidents. Shot in the chest in 2023 gang-related dispute on a Bronx bus at the age of 17. Awesome. Arraigned on gun charges in 2024. Wouldn't that make him 18? And shot twice in the leg by NYPD in November of 2024 after allegedly pointing a 9mm pistol at officers during a dispute. Wonderful kid. Great upbringing. Great parenting, clearly. This makes me curious, but before I read that, a little blurb about Wonderful Chase was, why was she still employed there? I'm sorry, that's just a PR nightmare, bro. Especially the way not everybody, but how law enforcement is portrayed nowadays, especially in New York. So why would you want to keep this lady employed to begin with? I mean, look, she may have done awesome at her job, but if I got wind of, wait, her son got busted for what? Not just like, oh, he was jaywalking, or he got into a fist fight at school. Okay, kids are kids, right? Gang-related shootings? Really? Pointing a firearm at police? No. Sorry, you're a PR nightmare. See ya. I don't know why she was still employed there, but yeah. How's your taxes up there in Westchester? How you guys doing? $138,000 a year. Yeah. She's a family of winners. Awesome. Allegedly a family of winners. Okay, coming home to Connecticut here, specifically Waterbury. And you guys are number one. You are. And no, I'm not talking about the sewer systems. We know you're not number one there. No. Is the water back on? Is it? That's not the story. It's not about the sewers. I'm curious. Is it back on? I know they were fixing one thing and then another pipe burst. Ugh. Waterbury, you got probs. Especially when Waterbury, Connecticut has ranked as number one as the worst drivers in America. Congratulations, Waterbury. You did it. You did it. You guys are. Ranking key metrics. Consumer Affairs evaluated 338 United States cities with populations of 100,000 or more across 5 per capita metrics. Traffic fatalities, fatal crashes related to, quote, bad driving, aggressive driving, careless driving, wrong way driving, failure to driving like a schmuck. Traffic fatalities involving a positive blood alcohol content. Traffic fatalities involving driving under the influence, and traffic fatalities involving speeding. Each metric was scored 0 to 20. The highest rate gets the full 20 points. Yeah, no kidding. Others scored proportionally. Cities scored, or some, let's see, a maximum of 100. Let's say Waterbury scored tops. Let's see, the highest rate of deaths. Waterbury, let's see, specific standout figures for Waterbury. You guys are awesome. Highest rate of deaths involving DUIs in the country. 9.5 per 100,000 residents. Highest rate of fatalities involving a positive blood alcohol content rating. 8.7 per 100,000. It is the only city to rank number one in 2 of the studied metrics. Awesome! It is the only northeastern city among the top 45. Hartford, you came close. You're 46th. Awesome. Waterbury climbed sharply over recent years. We knew you could do it. From 134 in 2023 to now, number 1. It was number 3 in prior years. You guys, I knew you could do it. Number 2, Memphis, Tennessee. That is awesome. Pathetic. I actually watched a news report, local news, on this. And while they were on the scene in Waterbury talking about bad driving, there was a car accident. It was a fender bender. While they were down there talking, it was beautiful. I laughed. I couldn't help it. I mean, nobody was hurt. It just looked like somebody rolled forward because the guy in front didn't go fast enough at the green light or something. Oh, and they also had one where you looking right at a red light and there was like 2 cars just not even like close, like, I might make it. No, like there was, no, dude, it went red and then now you're going through and now the second one's going through. You guys, of course, what do I always say here? Connecticut drivers suck, right? And I know Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Florida. I know many of you are going to go, dude, no, we got the worst. No. We got the worst drivers, bitch. Yeah. Waterbury, number 1. Unbelievable. Local context noted in the report, Waterbury participates in a regional Envision Zero effort aiming to eliminate serious and fatal crashes by 2060 through street design. Why? It's not working. In 2060, why not do it now? It's unbelievable. And then people go, why are there so many flock cameras? This right here. Shitty drivers. I've been saying it for years, people. Connecticut sucks. Y'all suck at driving. I see it every day. It's terrible. But wherever I go, it's not the worst because I don't typically drive in Waterbury just because I don't have to go down there. You're kind of out of my way. But awesome on you, man. Waterbury, great. Staying here at home. Connecticut taxpayers to fund SNAP. Don't worry, it's just a one-time thing. Right, Ned? Connecticut is distributing one-time, right, $300 prepaid grocery benefits to certain low-income residents who lost federal SNAP eligibility due to expanded federal work requirements. Because heaven forbid you get a job. Okay, so what is it? A $300 prepaid virtual grocery card. It functions like a MasterCard or Visa. Some physical cards will be available. It is not loaded onto existing EBT cards. It can be used at any food retailer that accepts standard credit cards for SNAP eligibility food purchases. The card does not expire and any unused balance remains until spent. Now, who qualifies? Individuals, not households, who lost SNAP eligibility due to the new federal able-bodied adults without dependents work requirement since December 1st, 2025, and who are no longer receiving SNAP. Yeah, get a job. This typically involves those who received a DSS notice stating that they do not meet the requirements and have reached their 3-month benefit limit. Other household members may still qualify for SNAP separately. Receiving this benefit does not affect eligibility for other assistance programs. Oh, that's awesome. Rough estimates, about 15,000 people had already lost benefits by early August 2026, with another 10 to 15,000 potentially affected soon for a total around 25 to 30,000. How to get it? I'm not telling you. Funding this, the benefit, I love it. The benefits that you didn't earn are financed by $8.5 million in state funding from Connecticut's Federal Cuts Response Fund. This is a state-created emergency reserve fund established by Governor Ned Lamont, and the General Assembly in 2025 using surplus and reserve funds, because we're not taxed enough, designed to quickly respond to significant federal policy and funding cuts affecting residents. Of the $8.5 million, approximately $7.5 million covers the $300 benefit, and about $1 million covers administrative costs for the community action agencies. Oh, goody. This is part of a broader $33 million in state-funded food assistance released from the same fund, including expansions for food banks, pantries, and outreach, community health worker support. Now, as you noticed as I read through there, it doesn't say anything about how taxpayers are paying for it, but yeah, we are. It's not a separate tax, but we've paid for it. Financed by $8.5 million in state funding. The state doesn't poop money, right? The state gets money from where? Us, right? Yeah, last time I checked. So we, the people of the state of Connecticut, are now funding SNAP recipients because things aren't expensive and painful enough. I mean, like I said, they're not raising our taxes to cover this, but dude, that's a lot of money that could go for, like, better things. Hey, Ned, since you're just getting started, how about, I don't know, crazy idea, getting rid of the tax on food? That might help some of the families around here. I don't know. Just spitballing here. I mean, look, if you want to keep the taxes on, like, sodas and Dorito and ice cream, I'm okay with that because I'll still buy that stuff, but it's terrible for you. So I'll pay the fat tax. That's cool. But apples, bananas, chicken, healthy stuff, you can't do that. No, okay. Gas tax, you're gonna get rid of it? No, okay, cool. But we're gonna use this money to give to people who lost a benefit. I use this term loosely because they didn't want to get a job. Got it. Now, granted, I know some people out there physically or even mentally can't get employment. I get it. And I'm not making fun. I know people like that. They would love to be able to get a job, but they physically or mentally can't. Fair enough. But when you lose your eligibility for a benefit because you're not trying to get a job or you aren't working, I'm sorry. I don't want to go to work either, but I do. You know why? Because you're an adult, and that's what you do. Yeah. Welcome to life. As Dennis Leary once said, life sucks, get a helmet. I really don't know what else to tell you. So yeah, things are just going swimmingly here in Connecticut. Things are awesome. I freaking hate it here. If you are a follower of mine, you did see that I posted the other day, I hate this effing state. And I did just put effing. I didn't go full. Yeah, I've been taming it down recently. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to stop rambling on. This Saturday, the 8th of August, is going to be a really shitty day for me. It's my father's birthday, and it's going to be the first one he is going to be late for. So this Saturday, if you're watching this episode before then, say happy birthday to Gary for me. That'd be cool. All right. Again, if you want to find me on X, you can find me at Eric Nansari. You can also jump over, again, on Facebook and follow me at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. Also give a like, share, follow, hit the bell, the internet stuff. All right. Thank you for watching. Until next time.